Sunday is Father's Day, and I was moved recently hearing an interview on Desert Island Discs with Duane Fields. Duane Fields is a television personality, primarily doing programs about nature, about travel, and he was recently appointed to be Chief Scout. He was born in Jamaica, but his relationship with both his parents was fractured, and he lived in his early years with his grandmother. But his father lived nearby, and here Duane tells how in his early years he used to go outside his grandmother's house most mornings at a time when he knew his father would be cycling by on his motorcycle, and he would stand there, and his father would come past on his way to wherever he was going, but never acknowledge Duane Fields. And Duane Fields, time after time, would stand out there hoping for a wave or a wink or some acknowledgement, because his father knew perfectly well where he lived and who he was standing there, but took no notice of him. And it made me realise how important it is for fathers to take notice of their children. Duane Fields says himself that though he never learnt by example how to be a good father, when it came to having his own children, he wanted to make absolutely sure he was always there for them, and he always recognised their need and their individuality. There came a time much later in life, more recently, when Duane Fields went back to Jamaica, and he was out with a group of friends when he met his father. And his father this time did come up to him, and kind of in a ham-fisted way sort of apologised for not having taken much notice of his son when he was younger, but said that he had followed his career, his travels to the geographical North Pole, and his taking groups of young people to Antarctica, and he was proud of him. And Duane Fields said that he was glad he was wearing dark glasses, because it stopped his father seeing what an emotional reaction this had on him. And Duane Fields replied by saying to his father, "I've left some money at the bar, go and have a drink." And then off Duane Fields went and left him. He couldn't face his father. And Duane Fields doesn't in the programme, Desert Island Discs, doesn't go into detail about the range of feelings that he must have felt at that moment, but I'm imagining a mixture of rage and disappointment and a general feeling of waste of what might have been a much more productive relationship. Just a reminder today of how important relationships with our fathers are, and how important it is for those of us who are fathers to make sure that we really notice our children and delight in them and let them know how proud we are of them, whatever stage of life they're at.